Hi, this is Russ with Devoted Golfer TV. We're at the 2017 PGA Merchandise Show, and I'm here with Tom Deschill, and Tom is
Director of R&D at
Director
Matrix
of R&D at Matrix. And your background goes back in this business quite some time, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, nearly 20 years.
Yeah. What were you doing before Matrix?
Before Matrix, I worked at TaylorMade in their development group.
Does this like go back to the bubble shaft and stuff like that?
Yeah, all the way. Yeah, when I started there in '96, we were still making the bubble shaft.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we would do all the design development and prototyping of the bubble shafts in-house.
Yeah. So a design that came and went. Huh?
Yep. True.
Yeah. So what's new with Matrix?
So Matrix this year in 2017, we've got several new product launches. Several new products that we just released on tour also. Mm-hmm. The first being probably what people are most familiar with Matrix with is the flight system, the MFS series.
Yeah.
Consisting of our black tie, red tie, and white tie shafts that I'm sure most of your viewers are familiar with. Our low launch, our mid launch, and our high launch shafts. Mm-hmm. So these are new for 2017.
What changed in 2017?
Well, for the black tie, we'll start there. Black tie is all new tooling. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to shift the CG, make it a little more back weighted. Mm-hmm. So we did some new tooling for that, which required all new designs for all those products.
Okay.
But the performance is still the same, low launch, low spin. Mm-hmm. If that's what you liked out of the black tie, it still performs the same way.
Yeah, so the profiles aren't going to change significantly?
It changed a little bit because we did change the geometry of the mandrel.
Okay,
so shaft profile is a little different.
Yeah.
But mainly it was to move the center of gravity.
So if I hold this up to the light and look down that mandrel, I'm going to see a hex inside?
No, you're not. No,
Okay.
no hex on any of the black ties or any of the MFS series this year. But since we wanted to do a new center of gravity on those, not this year.
So you moved the balance up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does moving the balance up do?
Well, it shifts the center of gravity, and it allows you to build a longer club and achieve the same club swing weight.
Okay.
As a shorter club.
Yeah.
Or you can use a heavier head and maintain lower club swing weight.
Okay. So it's really kind of a swing weight adjustment.
Yeah, more of a swing weight issue.
Okay.
For sure.
So we're familiar with this. It's just a little bit more back weighted than it had been in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is driver and hybrid?
Just driver right now.
Okay.
Yep. We have a new. We did a new thing on hybrids, and we'll get to that after.
Okay. Yeah.
The
Because these are fairly popular hybrid shaft.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So our mid launching shaft in MFS is red tie. Mm-hmm. And again, this is on new tooling, and this just went out on tour at La Quinta in Palm Springs. Mm-hmm. So whereas black tie you can order right now, red tie is not going to be in stores until probably March 15th.
Okay, yeah.
So did a similar thing, tried to maintain the performance of the launch and spin characteristics and move the CG
move the
a
CG
little
out.
bit.
Yeah. Okay. And then
white tie
next is white. Yeah.
White tie, everybody knows white tie, the high launch shaft. The most offerings in white tie, 40 to 70 grams. Mm-hmm. No HD on the shaft as well, but new shaft profiles, to enhance feedback and feel.
Okay. Yeah.
So
you're going to ship these to me next week or something like that.
That's right.
Yeah,
you can keep the ones we brought today, and we'll ship
fill
you
it
the
out
rest next week.
Okay. So our viewers are going to see the profiles on these in the not too distant future.
Yep.
Okay.
So on hybrids, as you said, the black tie series on hybrids has been popular, and we're going to continue making that shaft. But in fact, Altis has been our most popular hybrid on tour for several years. This year, we refreshed the shaft and added 2 more options to the Altis tour line. So the Altis Hybrid, 85 to 90 gram, depending on your flexes.
Okay.
Mid-launch, mid-spin shaft. All we did on this one was to optimize the design a little bit by manipulating some of the ply sizes.
Okay.
We didn't want to change it that much.
Yeah.
But we did add 2 new shafts. So a long iron specific shaft, which we're calling the LI9 because it's a high 90 gram shaft, and this is for all the new long iron driving irons that people are using right now.
Right.
We have it in parallel tip, but we can make it. We can supply it in taper tip.
Yeah.
On request.
Yeah. Most of these are going to be parallel fits.
Sure.
Yeah. Even if you use it in a hybrid, it's still going to be
Right.
It's going to be a 372. Yeah.
Right. Now, we made this specifically for irons, even the long irons. It allows you to build at 40 inches. You can still build 2 inches over a standard length.
Okay.
And then the other new Altis Tour is the i6, which is a 60 gram shaft, 370 tip. It's at 42 inches, so if you want a lighter hybrid, you can use this shaft also for a hybrid.
Okay. Yep. So for those older, weaker folks
Right.
that need to swing a little less weight in order to achieve some speed, we go here to a lighter weight.
Yeah, and it's got, it's 4 degrees of torque, so it's going to have good feedback. You look at the LI9, 2 degrees of torque.
Yeah.
Just for those long irons. So very, very low torque.
Yeah. And so this is butt torque, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're not looking out at tip torques. I mean, when I get down to tip torques, we're looking at very, very low numbers.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're looking at steel here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nearly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those new Altis products, and then what we launched back in July was Deus and Deus HD. And these are replacing some of our most popular club making shafts, the Radix and the Cujo.
Okay.
So we don't offer quite as many SKUs as we did previously in Radix and Cujo, but all the ones that were popular, we have on here. The price points on these are very attractive to the club makers, and we cover all the weights and performances you need to fit most of the people who are coming in for a fit. So we do offer a hybrid, the Deus HD. It's an 80 gram shaft, not nearly as low torque as we saw previously on the Altis.
Yeah, but still, if you're measuring butt torque there, that's a respectable number. By the time we get down to the tip, we're not going to have chefs walking around on us.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. So we have the one hybrid offering there, and then the Deus, the standard Deus, the Deus White, as we see it, is basically 60, 40, and 50 grams. So the lighter weights, the lighter flexes.
Okay.
So with the Deus and the Deus HD, our aim is to give the club fitters, a good quality product that helps them fit the majority of golfers at a really good price point.
Okay.
So the last product is the Deus Tour Series.
Is that what I'm holding?
That's what you're holding right there.
Okay.
So as we were getting feedback from our club fitters and looking out what was being used on tour, we needed to develop some new products, and we were able to fit this shaft that we developed for tour into the Deus line and offer it to our club makers, at a lower price point, in fact, than the MFS line of shafts. So you're getting a shaft here that's out on tour, mid launch and spin, and for a really attractive price point for our club fitters. We only offer a few SKUs, 60 and 70 grams. The R-Flex is only in the 70 grams, so really this is for your better players.
Yep. You've got it covered. I mean, that's what we need. Yeah.
So, like I said, mid-launch, mid-spin should work with almost any head out there, since you can adjust loft on all the heads now. And
so there's a hybrid on this as well.
There is a hybrid on this as well. It's right there. And this is...
These are numbers I actually like to see.
Do you? You like the heavier ones?
Yeah. I fit a bunch of guys that swing in the 115 to 120 plus range.
Okay, you're going to have to get on these quick.
Yeah.
Because we developed this hybrid for tour.
Yeah.
It's got Xylon and boron in it.
Yeah.
And we're only making, right now, we've only made 50 pieces.
Really?
In the S and the X Flex, because it's very expensive.
Yep, I get it.
But it's heavier, has great vibration absorbing properties on it with the Xylon, and the heavier weight, very stable shaft, low torque again.
That's butt torque.
That's butt torque.
So this is a piece of steel.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So if I'm taking away, if I'm putting a high swing speed, hard ball striker into a hybrid, I can't really move him that far away from the steel that he's playing, right? And he has to have some stability, and there aren't a lot of people out here in this weight range anymore.
Right.
It's
right. So, like I said, we developed this for tour at a request of several tour players.
Yeah.
And it went out last year in prototype cosmetics, and but it was expensive to make, which is why we're making limited quantities. We are laser engraving.
Okay.
We'll laser engrave right up here, the serial number on it.
Okay.
For it, and like I said, right now we're limiting it to 50 pieces.
You're going to make 50 of each of these.
We're going to make 50 of each.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I like it. If you have a lot of players, you better get your orders in quickly. All right.
Well, what happens is I put one of them in it, and the other guy goes and hits his club, and he goes, "I got to have one of those, Russ."
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a great product. And then the last thing we did on Deus Tour is we made a back-weighted shaft in a 60 and 70 gram with some lower torques, and the X flexes were down there right around 3 degrees, and severely back-weighted. If you do a direct switch out, build it the same length, it's going to lower club swing weight 2 points. Okay. So you can go much longer or add more weight to the head if you're trying to increase the MOI of that head. There's some use of this out on tour. This went out on tour back in November, and we just sent out more quantities of it on the West Coast swing.
Okay.
So we'll see some more shafts
in play.
In play, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the new product.
Yeah.
And most of what we have continuing on Matrix this year. So hopefully it gives.
So tell me where you are on the iron side. I mean, I'm seeing more and more iron shafts. I'm seeing more and more carbon fiber iron shafts.
True. We had the original line of program shafts, which we came out with probably 5 or 6 years ago, the white shafts.
And my friend Leith, who's behind one of the cameras here, he's long been a program fan.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, a lot of people are, and we carried that product for 3 years. We updated it to the program F15 2 years ago now. So I would say you'll probably see a new iron product. We're still selling the program F15, so it's just not included in this presentation.
Right.
But I would expect you'll see a new iron product from us by the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're looking forward to that one.
Yeah. Any any suggestions you have for us? Just let me know. Weights. Okay. If you anything you want to change on the irons, let us know, and we'll take that into account when we're working on the new designs. All right.
Okay. Well, Tom, thanks.
Yeah. Russ,
thanks as always for spending time with us.
Yeah. Good to see you this year.
Yeah. And we'll get these profiles out as soon as we get the shafts.
Sounds great.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.